Night in Oguta village always carried mystery. By day, the place was lively, children played in the open square, women pounded yam in wooden mortars, and men sat under the big iroko tree telling old stories. But once the sun went down, fear spread through the air like smoke. The elders used to say, "The spirits in Oguta wake when men go to sleep." That was why doors were shut early, lanterns put out, and silence kept. But at the far end of the village, past the palm trees and the small river, stood a house no one dared to enter. The house was old, leaning to one side, its mud walls cracked, its zinc roof rusty. The wooden door was scarred with strange marks, as though claws had once scratched at it. During the day, it looked like any abandoned house. But at night, something changed. People claimed the windows glowed faintly, like fireflies trapped behind glass. Some swore they saw shadows walking inside, though the house was supposed to be empty. Others said strange sounds came from it, footsteps, cries, and sometimes loud banging like someone pounding yam inside. That was why they called it the house that never sleeps. No one lived there, but the house always seemed awake. Meshach, a tall young man of 23, didn't believe the stories. He had grown up listening to the elders' warnings, but he thought they were only tales to keep children from wandering. "Fear makes weak men," he often told his friends. "It is only a house. If a rat moves inside, they call it a ghost." The others would laugh, but none of them had the courage to prove him wrong. Only Meshach's stubbornness grew. One evening, after a village gathering where the elders spoke once again about avoiding the cursed house, Meshach mocked them. "Let me go there tonight," he said loudly, so everyone could hear. "I will enter and come out alive. Then you will know it is all lies." Some laughed nervously. Others shook their heads. Meshach, an old man, warned, "Your mouth is sharp, but the spirits you mock do not forgive." Meshach only smiled. "Tomorrow you will see me stand before you strong and unhurt. Then you will know your house that never sleeps is only dust and termites." That night, the moon was hidden behind thick clouds. The road home was dark, except for the dim light of his lantern. The wind was strong, rustling the trees, making the leaves whisper like voices plotting in secret. Meshach whistled to himself to hide his unease. But as he approached the far end of the village, his whistling stopped. The house stood before him. From a distance, it looked lifeless. But as he drew nearer, he noticed something strange. The windows weren't dark. A dull glow came from inside, faint and shifting, as though someone carried a lantern through the rooms. Meshach frowned. "Maybe someone is hiding there," he thought. Then the door moved. Slowly, it creaked open, though no hand touched it. The sound was long and heavy, echoing into the night. Meshach froze. A sudden coldness passed through him, yet he told himself it was only the wind. He swallowed hard. "You are a man, Meshach. Enter," he whispered to himself. His legs felt stiff, but step by step, he approached. When he reached the door, he lifted his lantern and peered inside. The air within was heavy, cold, and damp. Cobwebs hung across the corners. Dust lay thick on the floor. A chair stood in the center of the room, its wood cracked, yet upright. Everything looked abandoned, forgotten by time. He stepped in. The floor groaned beneath his feet. At once, the door behind him slammed shut with a loud bang. His lantern flickered violently, nearly going out. Meshach spun around, but the door was sealed tight. He felt a prickling sensation on his neck. The silence inside was too deep, too unnatural. Then, suddenly, he heard it. A baby crying. The sound came from upstairs. Thin, weak, yet clear. Meshach's heart raced. "Impossible," he muttered. "No child lives here." He raised his lantern and called out, "Who is there? Show yourself." The crying stopped. The silence that followed was worse than the sound. He could hear his own breathing, sharp and uneven. Sweat rolled down his back, though the air was freezing cold. Then, a woman's voice whispered close to his ear. So close he could feel the breath. "Welcome home." Meshach's blood ran cold. He spun around wildly, but no one was there. The room was empty, yet he could still feel a presence behind him. The walls seemed to shift, as though they were breathing. The lantern's light shook as if afraid. Dark shapes slid across the ceiling like shadows alive. Then he heard it, footsteps upstairs. Slow, heavy, dragging, as if whoever walked carried chains on their feet. The steps came closer and closer, toward the staircase. Meshach tried to move, but his legs felt as if they were nailed to the ground. His chest tightened. His mind screamed at him to run, but his body refused to obey. The sound of footsteps grew louder. Then, something appeared at the top of the stairs. At first, it was just a shape. A tall figure, standing in the shadows. Then it moved. Slowly, it descended the staircase. The lantern light revealed her, a woman. Her hair was long and dark, falling across her face. Her neck bent unnaturally to one side, as though broken. Her arms hung twisted, her elbows bent the wrong way, her fingers crooked like claws. And when she lifted her face, Meshach saw her smile. Her teeth were sharp. Too sharp. Like the teeth of an animal. Meshach screamed. The house shook with the sound, dust falling from the ceiling, the windows rattling. The woman stepped closer. The lantern flickered again and went out. In the darkness, Meshach felt her breath against his face. And the last thing he heard before everything went black was her voice whispering, "We never sleep."